am Amanda Onspa, and I have been a member here at Central Church for probably about 10 years. Although some of that I was not a regular attender, so just recently started coming back about a year and a half ago, I would say. So my journey to Alpha, I would say, is probably my entire life, if I'm honest. So I was raised as a Christian. All of my family considers themselves Christian, but it was more of a belief, kind of like how you believe the sky is blue, I would say. It was just always the fact. It was just always a part of my life. I don't feel like I ever had that real connection. I still didn't feel like all of the dots were connecting for me, or I didn't really feel like I had a real deep understanding of not only the Christian faith, but my own personal faith. My daughter, who is now 6, and she started asking me questions about God and Jesus, and it just opened my eyes. I have to be able to answer their questions. I don't feel like I know a lot about the Christian faith and how I feel, and I knew it would be a safe space, and so I just thought, what do I have to lose? So I signed up and went to Alpha. Alpha, I don't think was what I expected. I don't think I had a lot of expectations, and I was expecting the videos to be more of sermon type, but the videos were not that at all. They were very relatable, they were funny. The videos really made it relatable because, I think people and myself have this preconceived notion that Christians are perfect and Christians are, this higher standard, which we strive to be, but in reality, we're all just the same broken people that are looking for answers. I was a little nervous about the group work because I have that, trauma from being in school and having to work in groups. It was actually the most enjoyable part in the end, was just getting to work in different groups, getting to meet other members of the church and even people that aren't members of the church that just showed up for Alpha, hearing their experiences, and just, making those connections that I know that I would have never made otherwise. That was a pleasant surprise because that was kind of what I was dreading the most, was having to do that social interaction, but ended up to be probably what I got most out of Alpha. What I found in Alpha was very valuable, just being exposed to other people that have, the similar questions that I do. Part of not feeling that connection with the faith when I was younger made me think that other people had something that I didn't, if they were so strong in their faith, or they knew the Bible in and out, and they had this unwavering faith, and I didn't have that. And so I always thought it was something that I was lacking, or something that they had that I didn't have, and how do I get that? Hearing from other people in the groups made me realize that we're all the same, and there's nothing that I can do or nothing that they can do to make them better. Just hearing their stories, hearing their experiences made me realize that there's not anything that I'm lacking in my faith. It's just we're all on, we all kind of have our strengths and our weaknesses, and everybody has something that we're missing, and that's what we find in Jesus. Tackling the questions of, what is faith and how do you pray, and, things that seem very basic, but I think if you ask most people, they don't know how to answer those questions. Really, I think the most valuable part was just having that safe space to, ask those questions that you might think, oh gosh, people are going to think I am so dumb, or people are going to think that I don't know anything. But it was so welcoming and inviting, and there was no dumb questions, and everybody was so encouraging. There was childcare for Alpha, and that is a big plus, not only just to have somewhere to bring your kids, but having my kids here at church. I want them to feel like this is a safe place, a fun place. I want them to come here happily and joyfully, and so bringing them, it was an exciting thing for them. Like, we get to go to church tonight, and they would look forward to it. To me, the biggest benefit of Alpha is having that safe space, and I think that's part of how it's designed. So I think if anyone's considering coming to Alpha, they should try it. come to one. If you don't feel comfortable, if you don't like it, maybe come to a second one. But those relationships that you build with the people that are there really give you a glimpse into, the Christian values and the Christian living. And like I said, there were people that I met through Alpha that I would have never spoken to before. And they have given me little bits of wisdom that, I will hold dear in my heart for a long time. So, yeah, I would say come to Alpha.